I would like to continue with some questions we sometimes get. First question is, which NAV versions are supported, or do I need SQL Server, or can I also use the native? Now, everything is supported, native and SQL, and in a way, everything or every Windows client also works. So that we have been testing it with a 3.1 client, and that worked. But are we supporting it? It should work. Now, of course, all our clients are in 4.0 and higher. So we would only like to support 4.0 and higher. But we didn't have, in our tests, have any problems with the 3.0.1 client either. Now, what for the native databases? There is one option that we have in the client that won't work in the native database, and that is actually the SQL log. I didn't talk about that yet. Now, on each database, we can put the SQL log on. What does it mean? It is the assurance that we can give that everyone that is developing on that database, that everything will be logged into a repository. So you are mandatory to use revision on the database where this log has been added. Now, of course, it's a log on the triggers in SQL, or it's just actually added code on the triggers in SQL, and you need SQL for that. If you have a native database, there is no way you can assure that revision is used in that native database. But then again, for the next version, SQL is or a native is no more, so that is quite okay in my opinion. What to do when there is a new version of iFacto revision? That is actually one of the strongest points of this tool. There is no merge or anything that is needed. Suppose that we change something on tables, that is no problem. And all you have to do is just install a new version of revision. That's it. We'll make sure that all the things will be upgraded in a decent way. Of course, the version has to be installed on every PC. Is mixed versions going to be supported? Well, we don't recommend it because when someone is working with version 1.0.4 of revision, it will add things in settings files. There are also XML files on user basis and things like that, and other people won't be reading those settings, so won't be using those settings. So we only recommend that everyone is using the same version. Now on the roadmap, there is also an automatic update. So one of the next versions of a revision is going to have an automatic update. So even updating revision is going to be just a yes, clicking yes when the question pops up, and all your developers will be upgraded when they all click yes. Then the next question: do I need to configure a revision server? This was actually a question that I got yesterday, and they were quite surprised that we could do all these things without having to install a server. Well, all server-side settings are just stored into either the repository itself or either the database. But no, we don't have a revision server. All we have to do is install the clients, and all the configuration and the usage is done with that client. So how many NAV sessions can I open at the same time? As many as your PC can handle. We don't have any limitations on that. Yesterday I've been working with 7 clients at the same time. It were 2 customers with each 3 clients plus my own local client, and it was no problem at all.